How can we teach concepts to children in an enjoyable and engaging way? Join us for a 30-day Managing Moments challenge on teaching concepts to children through theatre arts activities. We'll be presenting 5 theatre arts activities and using the distinction, systems, relationships, and perspective method to analyze these lessons and to explore ways to expand these lessons as well as to adapt these lessons to different children. The theatre arts lessons have been presented by Sri Ujwal Jagadeesh of the Ramana Maharishi Center for Learning. He's a trained theatre arts for holistic development facilitator and has extensive experience in teaching concepts to children through theatre arts activities. I'm using the DSRP method to analyze these lessons and to suggest various activities to parents for investigating these concepts with their children. So for example, our first lesson is a story, the bee story. In this story, there are several concepts that can be explored. For example, there is a mango tree, and we can talk about trees. There's a concept of bees and hives, and several other concepts. We can distinguish one idea from another. For example, how is a mango tree different from some other tree? We can look at systems of ideas. For example, a tree as a system of parts such as roots and trunk. We can also look at the relationship. For example, the relationship between the girl and the tree. The girl who wanted a mango from the tree and the height of the tree whereby the girl was not able to get those mangoes. And we can also look at the perspective. So for example, what is the perspective of Ramana Tata on the bees stinging the girl? So DSRP is a way to think about any lesson and think about what concepts are coming through in the lesson as presented, but also identify opportunities for further exploration of the concepts. So we have 5 lessons. The first one is the bee story, and the remaining 4 activities are movement and dance activities. Theatre Arts for Holistic Development, developed by Dr. Ambika Kameshwar, founder and director of RASA, identifies 5 theatre arts tools, which are movement and dance, music and rhythm, drama, storytelling, and arts and crafts. So we are primarily using the first, the movement and dance, as well as the storytelling. But the same story can be made into a drama. For example, people can assume different roles in the bee story and enact it. We can come up with arts and crafts activities, and we certainly are also having music in these activities. So as you explore these lessons, you can analyze the content using DSRP and think about what else can be done. So for example, we can also think about emotions. So for example, distinguishing happy bees from angry bees. So once you start thinking about the DSRP, you're going to identify many possibilities for exploration. So once you do the structured lesson that we have presented, you will see many opportunities to expand this learning, especially if you keep the 4 DSRP ideas in mind. So each week we'll have one video lesson and identify explorations of distinctions, systems, relationships, and perspective for that lesson. So we go through the DSRP several times during the month, and hopefully this approach will help parents see how to use DSRP as a tool for lesson design and implementation. Finally, we have chosen the lessons from the um, Ramana Balakendra and the Ramananjali music and dance curriculum, because it's a well-established curriculum for children that has been tested for over 40 years, and we have a clear curriculum on which these lessons are based. However, parents are free to choose their own lessons. For example, we have presented another B story which is from a different source. So the key point is we have a collection of stories that are organized sequentially and that are developed in an orderly way. Parents can then choose any stories or resources to further explore these concepts. Thank you.